Welcome back to the channel. Today on HTA we are going to be doing a home theater tour. Let's dive into the audio portion first. This is a 5.2 setup. We are using NHT speakers and have JL Audio subwoofers. There are two of those in this theater. For our viewing pleasure we have a 60-inch plasma, and you can see the custom cabinetry that has been made for this theater. It houses our front sound stage, as well as gives us some place for holding physical media, holding our equipment rack, as well as amplifiers and our Control 4 units for not only the theater but for the entire home. Let's take a closer look. Here we are at the front sound stage. You can see that I've already removed the acoustically transparent panels that were in front of it a little bit earlier. And the first thing that you may have your eye drawn to are the dual JL Audio subwoofers. They are sealed subs. These are the F113s of the Fathom series from JL Audio. They sound absolutely incredible. I love all of their products. I also have an E series that I use in the home. But these dig super deep, they hit very hard, they really pressurize this room very, very well. Could not be happier with them. I do have these set up as a master and slave unit. They're connected together using XLRs. I have also used the acoustic room optimizer built into this sub to optimize their sound to this room, in addition to running the room correction software on the receiver in here. So it's pretty well tuned in, but we've got some tricks up our sleeve to increase the quality of sound in here. For our LCR, we are using NHT VS2As. These are a two-way speaker. It is an acoustic suspension speaker. It has dual 5 1/4s and a 1-inch soft dome fluid-cooled tweeter on it. These are very natural sounding, neutral sounding speakers, which is what my preference is. I don't want anything that's overly bright or overly warm, so that's really nice. And you can also see that all three of these channels are set up on isoacoustic stands. Not only do they help prevent any reverberation or vibrations being passed through to the cabinetry, but they also allow us to angle those up towards the listening position so we can really optimize the quality of the sound in this theater. I've loved these speakers. I have no intention of replacing any of the speakers in here. And so what we will be doing is taking a look and upgrading some of the equipment. But before we do that and talk about what is going to be going in here, let's take a closer look at the rear surrounds as well as the theater rack that's currently in here. Here is one of the rear surrounds in this system. It is also an NHT. It is the HDP2. This is a dipole speaker. It has a 6.5-inch woofer on the rear of the speaker, and you can see one of the vents on the bottom. There's also another vent on the top, allowing that to radiate out. And then we have a 4-inch mid-range and a 1-inch fluid cooled dome, soft dome speaker. These things sound incredible. A nice neutral speaker just like the fronts. We're going to take a closer look at the home theater rack in here. That is located on the right side of the display. We'll start at the bottom where we have a Onkyo THX certified receiver. It is the TX SR803. It's done a good job over the years, but we're definitely ready for something new with some of the new surround processing available, as well as the ability to process 4K. Above that, we have an old Sony VHS player and a Panasonic Blu-ray player. Some of you may be wondering what this particular unit is. That is an old Ferrugia unit. If you know what that is, please comment below. Above that is a 50 disc CD player from Pioneer. On top of that, we have our Apple TV, and you can see the remote that we're using in this theater. We do use Control 4. I cannot say enough good things about Control 4. It allows us to control this entire home as well as this particular theater. Above that, we have an old FM tuner, our Control 4 audio matrix, and one of the two Adcom amps. This is the 5006 model, and this runs all of our distributed audio system in this home. Above that, let me open up this cabinet for you. We have the other Adcom GFA 5006. In the cabinet next to that, we have our Control 4 controller. And a couple cabinets down, the final amp that we have in here is our Anthem PVA 2, which runs our 2-channel setup in the living room of this home. Go from here and take a look at the rear of this. We're going to come out to the hallway here, and you can see we have this access panel. That's where we have the ability to reach the back of the equipment. That again just uses some magnetic pieces to kick it out once you press on it. And you can see the mess of wiring that we are currently dealing with. This needs a huge amount of improvement. And one of the main areas that we are going to tackle and clean up. As we go to the bottom here, you can see that we can actually see the rear of that NHT speaker there. That concludes the home theater tour today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions about any of the equipment in this theater, or would like to see anything in more depth, please let me know in the comments below. I hope you hit that subscribe button and click that bell notification to follow along as we upgrade this home theater. See you next week.